Hello dear student, I am Rajwant Singh and today I will explain the chapter 2nd in English. One child, one teacher, one book and one pen. So my dear student, let's start. First of all, we want to tell you about the author. This is an extract from Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala Yousafzai's autobiography. And she says, I am Malala, co-written with Krishna Lamb. Malala talks about how she misses her home and life in Pakistan. She also talks about how much life had changed for her and her family since they left their country. After leaving their country, the situation of her and her family changed, and she explains about this. Our house feels big and empty. It sits behind an electric iron gate, and it sometimes seems as if we are in what we in Pakistan call a sub-jail. She tells that place a sub-jail where she lives. A kind of luxury house, and that is arrested by the Afghanistani who had shot her in her head. At the back, there is a large garden with lots of trees and a green lawn for me, where we wander about this. My brothers to play cricket on, but there are no rooftops to play on. No children fighting with kites in the streets, and no neighbors coming in to borrow a plate of rice for us, to ask for 3 tomatoes. We are just a waltz distance from the next house, but it feels miles away. The houses are just near, but people don't go any other house, and they don't come to her house. So she says that it seems I am far away, miles far away. The distance is seeming many miles away from their house. And she says, if I look, I see my mother wandering around the garden. Her head covered by a shawl, feeding the birds. She looks as if she is singing. Maybe that topper she likes. She covered her head, that is called topper. Don't kill doves in the garden. And she says, don't kill the doves in the garden. You kill one and the other won't come, says, giving the birds the remains of our dinner from the night before, and there are tears in her eyes. She weeps by seeing the birds and their life. Because she is depressed, the happenings that is done with her daughter Malala Yousafzai. We eat much the same here as we did back home, rice and meat for lunch and dinner. She explains about her dinner, about her meal that they take in the dinner. While breakfast is fried eggs, chapatis, and sometimes also honey. A tradition started by my little brother Atal, though his favorite Birmingham discovery is Nutella sandwiches. Nutella sandwiches are the favorite of her brother. But there are always leftovers, and my mother is sad to see this because she don't want to leave any piece of bread or any other thing that is eatable because she know what is the value of the pieces of this food. When I came home from school in Mingora, I never found my house without people in it. It means always some people are gathering there in front of their house. Now I can't believe that I used to plead for a day of peace and some privacy to do my schoolwork. And she says that today is the day where I used to plead for a day of peace and some privacy to do my schoolwork. And she has a lot of time because no one come to her house. And she says, I sit alone in my room doing a jigsaw puzzle and long for guests. We didn't have much money after this happening, and my parents knew what it was like to be hungry, and they know very well that what is the meaning of being hungry. My mother never turned anyone away. Once a poor woman came, hot, hungry and thirsty, to our door. My mother let her in and gave her food, and the woman was so happy after eating this. You can say her mother was very sincere and was very kindful woman, kindful lady. I touched every door in the mohalla, and this was the only one open. She said, may God always keep your door open, wherever you are. I know my mother is lonely. She was very social woman. All the women of the neighborhood gathered there and used to gather in the afternoons on our back porch. And women who work in other houses also come to rest in my house. Now she is always on the phone to everyone back home. It's hard for her as she doesn't speak any English because the women don't understand this language. But when she arrived, they were all mysteries to her, and someone had to show us how to use the oven, washing machine, and the TV, because the poor women don't know how to operate these machines. So she says that we have to tell them how we can start these machines and how the machines operate. There are buses and trains, but we are unsure about using them. Malala says that there are a lot of facilities for women, buses, trains, but we don't use these facilities. My mother misses going shopping in China Bazaar. She is happier since my cousin Shah came to stay. He has a car and takes her shopping, but it's not the same as she can't talk to her friends and neighbors about the shopping, about what he bought. A door bangs in the house and my mother jumps. She jumps these days at the slightest noise. She often cries. Sometimes her mother cries in alone, then hugs me. Malala is alive, and she says, after crying, she says, Malala is alive. Now she treats me as if I was her youngest rather than the other brothers and sisters. I know my father cries too, and Malala says that I know my father also cries too. By thinking this, and he also cries when I push my hair to the side and he sees the scar on my head. When he saw the scar on my head, he also cries. And he also cries when he wakes from the afternoon nap to hear his children's voices in the garden and realizes with relief that one of them is still mine. He knows people say it's his fault. She says her father knows that people say it's his fault that I was short, that he pushed me to speak up like a tennis dad trying to create a championship. But we all know that this is no fault. This is an adventure. They provide her daughter a good idea to do the best in her life. It's hard for him. All he worked for over almost 20 years has been held behind. The school he built up from the starting, there was nothing in the starting. Which now has 3 stories building with 1,100, you can say 1,100 students in this school and 70 teachers are now. You can say the institute became more popular and it became very famous, and the number of students and the number of teachers began to grow by the passage of time. I know he felt proud of what he had created. A poor boy from that narrow village between the black and white mountains. And you know, if you have done anything in the starting and it will grow as the time passes, then you will become very happy to see this. And this is also for the father of Malala Yousafzai. So my dear student, this is very compulsory to work hard for everyone. If you are a student or any person. If you work hard, you can achieve everything in your life. This is the very true thing. And the further she says, it's as if you planted a tree and nurtured it. You have the rights to sit in. It's said, if you plant a tree, then you can sit there. But if you don't plant any tree, then what can you do? You cannot sit there. Because by planting ourselves, that is a big thing. We create an environment in our atmosphere. And you know, there is very importance of the trees in our environment. So my dear student, this is enough for today. And the left story I will explain in the next video. So my dear student, see this video. Okay, that's all. Thanks, have a nice day.